Anyway, welcome to Natasha Makes. Here we are. It's a Wednesday. And can I just say to our lovely Geraldine, who every year, it's coming up to our 6th anniversary. 6 years, Gemma, 6 blinking years.
Bonkers, eh?
I know.
Bonkers.
And every year she sends us beautiful flowers. This year she sent us, look, a whole pot of gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. They've just come out of the box. They need a bit of zhuzhing. But how absolutely stunning. Ones that are going to just thrive. I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much. It just, do you know what? The generosity of our viewers blows me away. You are such a great lot. Whoops. It's just amazing. So thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just dropping stuff on the floor. It's all good.
Yeah, don't do that, Tash.
Well, you know, I'm having a little tidy because I've been creating, obviously, more than just a mess, actually, this morning. Today's make, I rather like, and I really hope that you do too. Look at this. How smart is this? And can I show you something very, very cool?
Yes, please.
Look, at the end, I might have to show you on a close-up. Or actually, I might do it on an overhead. I'm hoping that my thing has dried. But look. Look, it's got a little popper.
Love
so
it.
If you want to...
You know what's like flapping about, do you?
No,
Sometimes
you don't.
Want to get it under control.
So if you don't want your flaps just flapping about, then you can, as Gemma says, have them under control. Look. Oh.
Fabulous.
Do you know what? This I have lined. You don't have to. Like, you really don't have to. If you don't want to, don't. If you are... This is the beauty, and this was my starting point for here. I wanted something that would get you going with cork, that would make you something really beautiful, really useful, and whatever skill set or level you were at would meet you there. And I think we've done it, because the zip, nice and easy, a little bit different here. Look, I don't know if you can see, a little bit different there. But everything is kind of hidden by the PU. Now, I've used a small grain cork, and today's kits all have a fat quarter of small grain cork, a different coloured piece of PU, and you just need an A4 piece. I'm going to show you these kits in a minute, because the kit has everything that you need for the basic pouch. If you want to add a snap, you can. That's optional. You don't have to. If you're not up for putting snaps in yet, don't put it in. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you do like the look of that, then do. If you want to do this end zip thing, where it just sort of tucks down under there, then do that. If that feels too much, just extend your zip off the side on the other end. You could have it coming off both ends. It's entirely up to you. Follow the instructions that work for you. If you want to line it with a beautiful fabric, then grab yourself some heat and bond and do that. That also works. But if you don't, then don't. Some of you will have had this fabric, this is a Kaufman, in your advent calendars. So everybody had some Kaufman in their advent. It might have been this one, it might have been, well, we had all sorts of Kaufman in there. So, you know, use that. If not, I do have the last of our metallic Kaufmans here for you, should you wish to get them as a fat quarter. We have never sold these individually as a fat quarter, as Gemma knows, because she's just busily loading these now.
Yes, now those will go up shortly, but just bear with. I'll give you all a shout when the collection's looking tidier. It's a little bit unkempt at the present moment, but it won't be for long.
And that's entirely on me, by the way, because I found them and I suddenly thought, oh my goodness, these would work really nicely on today's show, and sent them across to Gemma, who's like, what? I thought we'd done today's show. Well, yes and no, but then I found all sorts of goodies. I've got some savings for you today as well, because I know you love a saving. Hey look, this is really roomy. I was going to give this to Josh, but I might keep it for myself and put all my makeup in it. Would that be bad? Wouldn't be, would it really?
No. You can make him another one.
I could, couldn't I? I could.
Yes, of course you could.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could. It would all be grand, wouldn't it? Right. Do you know what? Some of you will have had this in your Advent as well. So the makes that we're doing at the moment, if you haven't got an Advent, if you didn't have one of our Advent calendars from last year, then you might need to get a little bit of Kaufman if you want it. Some of you will have had that as your Kaufman Fat Quarter. There was a complete variety of different Kaufmans in there, but I use them with cork because I just think they are gorgeous. Just gorgeous. If you want to interface your cork, then do. You do not have to. You do not have to at all. Right, let's have a look at what fat quarters we have available. We have not stocked this for I think over a year. And this is the Winter Stone. It's got kind of a silvery finish. So maybe you're going to use your own cork. Well, that's fine. If you've got the silver glitter cork, that works beautifully with it. But it also, look how beautiful it looks with that. These are looking seriously high-end, these now. We're getting to that stage now. We've been working with cork long enough to know that these are seriously high-end. Gemma's going to put a little discount on these fat quarters because they're the last of them. Aren't you, Gemma?
I have. Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
So I have got, I think, 8 of the Winter Stone fat quarters. That's it, then they're gone.
As soon as they go live, I'll give you a shout. But those SKUs are happening.
Yeah, the rust, oof, if I've got 4, you're lucky. Might even be 2. I can't remember the quantities on these. I did measure them all out, ready to cut. I've got amber. I've got walnut, which is delicious. But you see, look, I was going to do a green one today, and again, if you open that up and you've got that in there, it's just beautiful. Walnut, graphite. That's another. They're all delicious, and then this one is eucalyptus, which is particularly special as well. So here they all are. Do take a little look. We have got, for your delectation today, eucalyptus, graphite. I've even labelled them so you can see the difference in the colourways. So eucalyptus, graphite, walnut, rust, amber, and then the Winter Stone there, which is the only one with a silver metallic finish to it. Of course, when Lisa's fabric arrives, you're going to be able to line in that, and that will be equally stunning. Equally stunning. It will. Oh, Gemma. I've just thought. Hang on. Bear with. You know how she sent me some sample fabric?
Oh, yeah.
You know how I was going to... Ooh.
Well, you are terrible.
I know.
And yet.
Oh, you are awful, Muriel. And yet. Look at that with that. And with the other green. Because it ombres, you've got exactly the right green. Gemma, can you add a navy to stock? I'm going to go green. You know, I said to you I was going to demo in green, and then I changed my mind to navy. I changed my mind to navy because I found myself a navy tag, and I got really excited thinking I was going to add a navy tassel to it. But these are we've still got these, by the way. I've got a handful of these tassels left where you get a trio of tassels. They're on a silly deal. Again, if you had your advent calendar, you've got some of these in there. I had a handful left over because I had to buy in such bulk to get the price that meant that you could get the deal that you got in your advent and get you the value that you got in your advent. So I had a few left over, and they are on a special offer for you. When they're gone, they're gone. Do check out the deals because they are particularly good at the moment. Particularly good, I have to say.
Are you going green or leaf green?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't You're not paying me to think this morning, sweet. You're paying me to load at speed.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go leaf green.
All right, darling. Good to know. I'll knock one of those off for you then. Marvellous.
Thanks. Only because I suddenly thought, ooh, either work. If you're going for the green options of today's kits, just know either work. And if you're waiting for your Lisa fabric, it is a wait. I'm sorry about that, but she's only just created them. So, there it is. What do I need? What else do I need today? I needed to show you the kits, don't I? So the kits for today, you get a fat quarter of our small grain cork. This fabric is so lush. I've got lots of goodies for you today as well, by the way. I'm really hoping that heating kicks in a minute. So a fat quarter of your cork, and then you get a 1/2 metre of zip and a zip pull. This is our beige zip. It's rather lovely, and a really chunky pull that comes with it. And these are your colour options. So obviously, as discussed, green or the leaf green. I'll pop these here, then you can see how they all look. Tan, you know how tan looks because I made mine with the tan. I've chosen colours that I think work really well with this particular cork. Navy, in the navy. Red, yeah, they're just all going to look really smart. I've got a dark purple. I think that's going to be gorgeous with it. Look at that. Light purple, beautiful. And actually, again, your purples are going to be spectacular with your Lisas. So if you're waiting on a Lisa fabric, and you want to line with a Lisa fabric, can I just show you how beautiful that's going to be? I mean, that works, doesn't it? In fact, you could even take that through to and use that with the navy. Oh, these are good fabrics. I can't wait for these to arrive. Bearing in mind they've got to come from Australia, and in order to bring you at the prices that they are, they go in snail post. I have got black, which I think is always really smart with tan. I have also got grey, again, really nice. And then I've also got cream, which just, oof. So I've gone for classy colours for you, ladies and gentlemen. And these kits are £9.99 a throw. Okay. If you choose to add a popper, if you choose to line it, which you don't have to, then obviously you add that in. You don't need it for this make. It is lovely to have with this make, obviously, but it's not, if you're just starting and you don't want to, then that's fine. But if you want to open it up and see something super swish, the lining on this cork is plain, it's just a tan lining. So
Sash, I think we might be missing an image. I don't think we've got an image of the grey, just to be annoying.
Of the grey, I can sort that. I did take it, so I can send it to you.
Thank you.
The Tinternet was not enjoying itself this morning. There you go. I have sent it. It has gone. There you go.
Oh, hang on. I thought that was the navy image.
I listed them in the order I sent the photos through.
I have insufficient quantity of images. So grey, black.
That's your navy.
Right, no, that's the one I was missing. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. We can sort all these things. It's all good. It is all good. This has been a make that I've wanted to make for a while, but I've scratched my head over. I just, you know, sometimes there's like a little sticking point and you're like, what do I need to do for this? What do I need to do for that? So I scratched my head and then I actually put my big girl pants on and worked it out. Oof, gorgeous. Right, okay. I'm going to work with that today. I'm going to, so this is your green, just a little recap so you can see them individually. That's your green. That is your leaf green. It's a lighter green. That's what I'm going to work with. I like this lighter green with the tan. I just think, that is the tan. Obviously, that's the one I worked with first. Your navy, smart. So if you're making for someone and you know that they've got a favourite colour, red again. And these are all nice shades as well. I really like that. I think that's really smart as well. It's like a mulberry purple. I've just called it dark purple. I haven't gone into all the different shades. Light purple, black, and again black and tan. Oof, lovely. That's your grey. And again, this zip here, it's like a mushroomy beige, so it works with everything. It's the kind of thread that we should all sew in all the time if we don't want our threads ever to show. And then that is your cream. So they are your colour options du jour. Take your pick. It's up to you. Right. I have got tassels. If you want a tassel to go with all of this today, I've got 2 of these packs left of 30 tassels. 30 tassels. You can just pop one on the on your zip end. Lovely. But I've only got 2 of those left. Lots of you have been going crazy for the. I don't know if we actually showed these, but I know you've been finding them. The little keychains. So much fabric, so little time. Anyway, lots of you have gone for those as well. And again, these are the last of Advent bits and bobs. Yesterday, Ali Linfield asked us, name and shame, she asked her, she's been asking since Monday, for, I mentioned that I had some jersey that we had done for some sort of snoody type thing, and I had these left over. So these are 60 centimetres in width by they're about 60 centimetres by about 160 centimetres wide. But they are a jersey. They've got a little bit stretched, so you're going to need your walking foot when you sew with these. But these are going to be beautiful. She's been doing cuddle cows and stuff. So these work really nicely with the cuddle cows. I have got, I think, 10 of these. They are on at a silly price because they've been sat there forever. I can't even remember when or where I bought them. I mean, years they've been sat there, but fabric doesn't go off, which is rather fabulous. They're £4.99 if you want to grab a lovely bit of jersey. Now, Gemma, have you had chance yet to reduce these little strips of tartan?
Not yet.
Okay, these are going to be reduced. I've got a handful left from, and I can show you what I made with them. Bear with me, caller. I made the plaid wash bag with these strips back in November. And this is the size of it. It's a big one. This is it. And I did it with these lovely leather D-ring, well, faux leather D-rings at the end, and I used the fobs. We've still got some of the fob pliers, still got some of those, and that just needs an inch fob. People always want to call, don't they, during a show? So you've got that. That's what I made with them. You don't have to. You get 20 2.5 inch by 50 centimetre strips there. Now I made mine with, this was made with one of our technical fabrics. If you want to make it with wax, then you can. Now the reason that these have gone into the sale is because I don't have any more of this particular fabric, but you could do this in denim. You could do, actually it'd look lovely in denim. That looks so good in denim. Why didn't I think of that in the first place? Anyway, there it is. The instructions are the instructions are big. These took me ages to write. There are 33 steps in these instructions because you've got things like the lanyard, you've got pockets, you've got all sorts. These are a hefty instruction, and because you know me, I like to do it step by step. It's not a difficult make, there's just a lot in it, because you've got pockets both sides. Ooh. Pockets both sides. So if you think that you might want to make this at some point, there are your instructions, and these are going to be reduced. What I have left, I'm not getting any more of those in, so when they are gone, they are gone. And where did I just pick that up from? Oh gosh, I'm running out of space. And then we have got one of these left. This could be, and the reason that I pull this out is because this could be the lining today for your make. It's a 4 fat quarter bundle. And I've only got one of these left. You've got peacocks. Should I just turn it around? It's that top one, isn't it? But I've got one of these left. I'd say it's probably a digitally printed one. There we go. One of those for anybody that wants it. And then I've also got, now when we did our scrappy leaves back in the autumn, I did you a bundle of fat quarters that had a Kaufman, the very last of our Lisa Chandler, and then salt batiks. And these have now been reduced. They should have been £26. I think they're £17.99. I've got 2 of them and that's it, then they're gone. But these would work so beautifully with today's make. I mean, imagine, right, if you're doing the red, if you've got the red and you've got this, and you line it in that red batik, or the cream and you line it in that. It's just delightful. Or the tan and you line it in that, or that with the green. It's just, they're really, really lovely. So, or you could, use them. They're just a lovely one to have in your stash. If you love those earthy colours, then pop them in your basket and away you go. And then the last you can tell I've been having a little rummage, can't you? We had a different version of these the other day. These should have been £9.99. They're now £1.99. They are the rhinestone sew-on gems and embellishments. They are sizable. I use them on a velvet clutch. And this is the last of this particular design. So there we go. We've got some lovely salesy things for you. Do take a look at any salesy bits that we've got left over. I can see, because I've been fulfilling your orders, I can see that you have had a good rummage. Well done you. Well done you. The only other way now to get that is as a lone fat quarter in our Kaufman. Ooh. I wonder if that phone number that keeps ringing me is oil delivery.
Oh, that might be important.
It might be. I'm just going to send that to Josh and ask him to ring it back. Because, bear with me everybody, I do not want to be without this oil delivery. Please can you call this number? I think it might be the oil. There you go. He'll see I've got 8 million missed calls from said number, and understand that it's slightly important. Slightly important. I should have given them Josh's number, shouldn't I, really? They probably don't believe where we live. Right. These are
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Sorry?
Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
I know. It was meant to be delivered on a different day, but they've changed the delivery date. Oh! Talking of changed delivery dates, I told you that the velvets and the last of the bag panels would be here yesterday, but then DPD went, oh, there's been a bit of weather, so obviously we're going to just delay that. Thanks for that. So again, as soon as I get it, I'll be chopping up those panels and sending them out. And they should have been here yesterday, but they have decided to delay because of the weather. You haven't got really weather, have you, Gemma, where you are?
I mean, we've had pretty weather.
No.
A little dusting a la icing sugar.
No.
The best sort.
We have had, what have we had? We've had black ice this morning. I really enjoyed that school run.
Yeah, it's not. This is the thing, isn't it? You know, they're not going to deliver up your lane because of the weather, but you haven't got a lot of choice.
No.
You have to brave that lane.
I do have to brave the lane. Yeah. And it's an absolute mess at the moment because the rain that we had a few weeks ago has absolutely trashed everything. Yeah, there isn't much lane left. Right, I am going... I'm going to use this. I don't know if I'm meant to, but I'm going to. I'm just going to go for it, Gemma. Because I can.
Righto.
Because
I mean, I'm busy doing other things, so my eyes are elsewhere, which means you can get away with it beautifully.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's like the perfect crime. I'm not even keeping tabs on you.
I'm going to fat quarter it. Very quickly, fat quarter it. And then I'm going to use a bit. Yay! I am excited. This is the first time I've had my hands on Lisa's new fabrics. So again, this is a step that if you are just starting out, you might not want to do, and that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to do it, then that's also absolutely fine. And all you're going to do is take your fat quarter of fabric, whip out your ironing board, put your cork right side down, so that's down onto my ironing board. I have got a preset somewhere for this, and then get yourself your heat and bond, which I've got hidden under my desk. So on top of your cork, on the wrong side of your cork, you're going to put your heat and bond. It's like this. It's like how do I describe it to people? Like a gluey spider's web, basically. That's all it is. Now I don't know if I've got any water left in my iron, so this could be fun. And then you put your fabric, beautiful side up, and you press it with a little bit of steam if you've got it in your iron. If you haven't, and you've already just instructed your other half to do something for you and you can't ask them to then go and get you some water as well, then you might have to just cheat. What could I cheat with? Oh, it's having a little bit of a steam. It's having a think about it. Have I got any? And you just layer them up. Apply a little bit of heat, a little bit of steam, and that will then melt that heat and bond into the fabric sides of your cork and into your fabric. And then you get the most incredible fabric backed cork, which just looks delicious. And really rather super gorgeous. Yeah. Well, this is exciting. And it's warming my hands up. I'm so cold today. I don't know quite why I got so cold, but you know when you get really cold and then you just can't warm up?
It gets in your bones, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is in my bones today. Josh, was it the oil? Was it the oil, man?
Have you got water?
No, I haven't got any. Well, no, not really.
Do you need some?
Oh, how did you
he's
hear
magical,
me?
that man, isn't he?
He's magical.
I was just checking.
I was going to say
making sure everything was working.
we should call you Magic Mike, but that has a whole different connotation, doesn't it?
You got enough steam?
No, I've run out of steam.
Is it working?
You honestly were so hyper yesterday. I think I ran out of steam after about 15 minutes of talking to you yesterday. It's no miracle. Honestly, no small miracle that you managed to keep going yesterday at the velocity you were hitting everything at.
I had a great day yesterday. I really enjoyed yesterday.
You're mad. Anyone who missed yesterday's show, watch that back. You can just hear it in their voice.
Oh,
She's like Tigger.
I think it was because the farmer called me Radiant, and I was like, I can't remember the last time I was called Radiant.
Doesn't take much, does it?
No, I'm really easily pleased. See, Josh, that's all you need to do is just tell me I'm Radiant on the regular.
Okay.
Regularly radiant.
Regularly Radiant, that's it, yeah. It's not strictly speaking true today, to be honest. But, you know, some days we are more radiant than others.
It's looking steamy.
Well, sort of. Which one's my Max? That's my Max. Yeah, I think you might have just... I think you've stood there long enough to not need to go.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Keeping well. I've just taken in delivery of cat food as well.
Oh, cat food. Is that why they'd rung 18 times?
I don't know.
Was it delivery man ringing?
It wasn't delivery. They haven't answered or replied.
Oh.
A man just has dropped off a big box of cat food.
Yeah, that normally coincides, doesn't it? Right. Ha-ha! We have steamed. Whether we've steamed enough, we'll find out. Let's get made. Look at that! Oh, if you've ordered your Lisa, sit there and feel smug. Go on. Nice. Right. I need to now chop this down. Can I just tell you, if anybody, when I say I have to do math, this is today's measurements. It's a good job our instructions don't look like that, isn't it, Gemma?
There's a good reason they don't look like that. They have to get past me first, don't they?
I mean, really, that's
And
today's
really picky.
measurements. Brilliant.
I'm not even looking. I daren't. I'm honestly.
Don't look. You'll upset yourself.
I know.
Don't upset yourself. It's all good.
No.
It's all good. However, I wish I had actually looked at those measurements before I started, because I'm an inch short. Oh
what are you like?
no!
It is carry on crafting today.
Do you know what? It's okay.
It was going so well yesterday.
Use the measurements that are in your What's-It, and I'm just going to adjust it ever so slightly this end. It's all good. It's only by like half
the
an
instructions,
inch.
not as Natasha does.
Yeah. It's all good. So, we're just going to square this up to the measurements that you have in your instructions. Not to the ones that I'm doing currently, because I am, I think, about half an inch off. It didn't even occur to me as I was busily chopping it into a fat quarter size that I might need slightly more. You see, I'm used to our ridiculously generous fat quarters. There we go, right. It matters little, we will get there. It's all good. It's all good. But it just means that if you are watching this back going, oh, I'm going to scrutinise exactly the size that you're using, don't. Because it's not. It's as simple as that.
And also by the instructions.
By the instructions make it easier. You'll get the right you'll get the right sizings then.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. However, in the meantime, you know, Gemma and I have had a morning of singing to each other.
We do.
And because
Frequently.
because I've mentioned navy today, because we've got something that's navy, I'm clearly making everything sound like in the navy. However, we do have a lovely shopper who shops with us, and her name always makes us sing a Stevie Wonder song.
There's a few. Yeah, there are a few. You can guarantee if you've got one of those names that has a song, we will sing
that
it.
Song.
Not just when we're reading your order,
Oh,
but
no.
for the day. Or,
No.
or until another song comes along.
Yeah.
Until
Until another song presents itself.
Yeah.
Look at. Do you know what? I'm going to make all sorts of different things out of my offcut. Nom.
See, my cousin is Caroline, because her parents were massive Neil Diamond
Oh, sweet.
and she's always loved it because through uni, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone was singing that in the bar, pointing at her, and what fun! What absolute fun!
Beautiful.
So yeah. If you have one of those names, just know Tash and I sing about you on the regular. Whenever we see your name come up,
we do. It's true. It's true. We do. It is true that we do. Right, we are now going to chop a chunk off each corner. Chop a chunk. I could measure it, or I could just use the offcuts from my earlier one and measure that and cut those. So this is what you are going to... You will use your ruler. However, because I've already done this today, I've done this once, I'm just going to use this as a guide instead. There we go. And it is going to look like I've done it the wrong way, because these aren't squares, these are rectangles, and again you are told exactly which direction to cut them in, but the long side is on the short side. Does that make sense? You've got a long side on here and a short side here, but you're doing your longer measurement along this shorter side here. Does that make sense? Yes, no? Yes, no? What do we think?
With eyes off, absolutely not. However, with the benefits of the instructions and visuals, yeah. Oh, Cynthia's with us this morning. She said greetings, and she also said go green. So yeah, she was with you.
Is she team green? Team green. Oh, we love a team green.
Yeah, and Dawn said morning, Tasha and Gemma Lala.
Morning. Did I tell you that over Christmas? So I fall asleep whenever Josh puts I don't know, he's one of these people that will start a movie at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, which means that I watch the first 10 minutes and fall asleep.
Oh, always, right? So
he's seen all the movies in all the world, and I haven't. Now there is one thing that last Christmas me and his daughter watched from start to finish, which was the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special. And for some reason, Josh slept through it, right? The one thing that he has slept through. So this Christmas, he's like, oh, look what's on. We haven't seen this. I'm like, oh, I have. I have. But apparently he had not. So I've watched that twice. So it's feast or famine for me. I either watch none of it or all of it.
Twice.
Yeah. It is. It's exactly that sort of thing.
I am word perfect on the Gavin and Stacey's at this point.
Well, do you know what? The only reason I mention it is just because I do think of you every time there's Pamela, because we call you Gemma, as everybody does.
Because a lot of people say I'm like Pamela. Come to my house, I will feed you, etc.
It is. It's your buffets, darling. It is your buffets.
Yeah, it was the Mothering Sunday where I got 2 Mothering Sunday cards, one from daughter, the other from stepdaughter, and they both were different cards, but both had Pamela on the front. I went, hang on a minute, is this a thing? They were like, yeah, it's a thing, yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So if you ever go round to Gemma's, and she'll be like, oh, I'll just pop a little cheese board together.
I'll just chuck some cheese on a board.
It's not a matter of just chucking a little bit of cheese on the board. It never has been, has it, Gem?
It's edible art, I like to say.
Art.
Yeah.
It is, it really is. Yes. Edible art. Good job. Right. So what you can see, I'm using my rotary cutter so I get a nice straight edge, but then I don't trust myself to get right to that very point. So I am just stopping just shy and then going in with my super sharp snips and just cutting into that corner. And now you see I've got some really interesting things I'm going to have to think of something to do with later. Because I've got lots of them now. Look. Oh. What to do?
This is how her brain works. This is good.
And you've got something that looks a bit weird and like this, and that's okay. It's how it's meant to look. We're all good. We're happy. We're good. It's all good. This is it. This is it. So then you're going to take your PU, and we're going to start chopping this up. Okay. So we are going to cut strips off this. Okay. So your first one is going to be on the base. Did I actually show you that? Did I show you that it's got a full-on PU base? Might have missed that bit.
It's so practical as well.
It really is.
Just looks really elegant.
And then you need your strips that are going to hide all of your zip paraphernalia. So we're going to chop 2 of those. And you know how I was just under an inch short? This might be the only bit that I just need to just trim a little bit. Otherwise, it's all good.
You know what I'm going to be doing after the show, don't you?
What?
I'll be going and rummaging through my Portuguese cork to see if there's anything there that I can twiddle with as well.
Do you know what? Yes. And if you ordered your Portuguese... Yeah, if you ordered your Portuguese cork before Christmas, it is on its way. Just bear in mind that like everything shuts down over Christmas massively. Yeah. So just bear that in mind.
Import is not our friend.
No, not this time of year.
No.
Yeah, you see, so this is where I just need to trim it a little bit and make that adjustment. So. You do have to trim off this base piece. You do have to trim a little bit off this anyway, for the simple reason that otherwise, you're gonna be sewing through it, and it's not gonna have a great effect. So what I would do is trim it, but keep this little bit. Keep this bit because you can use this later, rather than having to chop into your other useful. Because you've got that left over. Okay. Save that because you never know what you can make out of that. If you did our traditional purse, then that could be one of your layers, 2 of your layers. You know, you could ombre that. You could make this out of cork and then just have one of those in green PU. Oof. This is how my brain works. Anyway, we are going to save that little bit. Okay. And then we're going to start constructing. That, by the way, was the bit that took the longest, just in case anybody was wondering. Other stuff that is due in, well, this is due in on the 20th, is our wash away tape. You are going to want your wash away tape for this. You're also going to want your walking foot. Now, whilst you're going to want your walking foot so that this doesn't rumple as you sew it on. Is rumpling a word? It is now.
Crumple?
Rumple, crumple. It's sort of a cross between, yeah.
Rock up and crumple.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. No, rumpled a word? You have rumpled bed sheets, don't you? Well, some people do. Other people have pristine.
No, you're quite right. Could be creased, ruffled, or dishevelled appearance too.
Yeah. So you don't want this rumpled. Do you know what? Whenever I have to make the beds, they always look rumpled. Whereas when my mum makes the bed, it looks like a hotel pristine effect. I don't know how she does it. I think there is. I really do think there is such a talent and a skill to. I don't have it. I don't have it.
I was the chambermaid, so again, generally beds look fabulous when I've made them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They just look an absolute dog's dinner. I have had someone walk in on me trying to put a duvet cover on to find me inside the duvet cover, trying to lay it all out. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
But then I'm one of those weird people who can fold a fitted sheet flat.
Yeah, you see.
And they look fabulous. It's. I think it's a brain thing, isn't it?
It's a skill. But you are also someone that can put things back into boxes when they've delivered you the wrong thing or it doesn't work and you've got to return it. Whereas for me, it's just exploded all over the floor. And
you just used to sling it at me, sling it in a defeated fashion, and go, "Yep, do your thing, do the thing,
do the thing." Can you please do the thing, because I can't do the thing.
I can't do that thing, so I'm going to get you to do that thing.
Oh, do you remember? I'm sorry. This is. Do sometimes wonder if we give way too much information here. Possibly not about what we're making, but
no.
At one of Emily's, at one of her, I'm going to have to trim this back to length as well. You see, that's that little bit that
Your little miscalculation.
Yeah, that was my little miscalculation. Just means I just have to trim that off there. It's fine. Right. See, nothing is ever unsalvageable. Yeah, so I had to point out to Emily's teachers, and I'm so glad that I was able to point it out at an early age, that she's dyslexic. Like me, I recognise it because she sees stuff exactly as I do, and that's it. I'll tell you the story whilst I top stitch this down. Okay?
Lovely.
Good job. Oh. And which is fine. No problems with that. And although I did say to them, and she's going to have to find ways to cope with this, obviously. And as I have over the years. And so they said to me, you can elongate your stitch a little bit, by the way, on this if you want. So they said, well, what coping mechanisms have you found? I was like, well, her name's Gemma. And she fills in the gaps that I can't do at work. And they just looked at me like I'd just given them... And I realised as I was saying it, I'm giving them the most useless piece of information ever. Because there's no way that Emily can take Gemma to school with her.
Well, no, exactly. Because I think recruiting her a personal assistant / work wife / general shenanigator is possibly a little excessive when she would have been, 5 at the time?
Yeah. However, I do stand by this, that everyone should have a work wife.
Yeah. I'd love a wife.
I'd love a wife.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very fortunate. Mr. Thomas is very domesticated. However...
He is, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I went away for a weekend with Vicky and, I mean, my word, she planned out meals. She drove me to and from places. And when I got back, so I was doing my painting course during the day, she was bringing me back and she was like, right, go and run yourself a bath and go and have a bath. She give me a gin and tonic and a bowl of crisps to take in the bath with me. She's like, I'll cook dinner. I'm like, I beg your pardon. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Lovely hot bath.
It's beautiful.
With a gin and tonic while someone cooks my tea.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, well, I mean, perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. You're going to split your zip in half. Now, if you don't want to curl your zip under, like I'm going to show you, one end, then just cut it a bit longer and have it hanging off both ends. But I'm going to have it hang off just one end, okay? And what I want you to do is, you're just going to take the end and just fold it under. Just like that. Okay? So it just folds down at the end there. And then the rest of your zip will go along like that. Okay? Now if you want to fold it down and then just fold it over like that, just trim that bit off once it's down and in place. And you can... I had it a minute ago. Josh went and got me his lighter. What have I done with his lighter?
Famous last word. I had it a minute ago.
How have I lost another lighter this morning? I don't even smoke. But you can just melt that end to hold it if some people are really polished and professional, aren't they?
Mm.
And
Yeah,
yet,
this is not that show.
and yet, even amid the chaos, we still make beautiful things.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. It's all fine.
Oh, I'm not giving myself any worries about it.
We are relatable sewing.
Relatable. Yes, car crash sewing. It's all good.
Oh no.
I'm going to put a line of tape along there. I'm also going to put a line of tape. Oh no, don't run out on me, tape. Come on. I've got to eke this out until the next delivery arrives. Bear with Gemma, you might have to just talk amongst yourself while I go and get my last roll of quarters washaway tape.
Pardon? You're what?
I know.
And we do have some more on the way. We've got 150 rolls coming.
Yeah,
we are
definitely.
hoping they're going to be with us in the next fortnight. That is the cross the fingers plan. Because it does take a little while for them to arrive. But they are so worth it when they get to us.
What would we do without quilters washaway tape?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think you'd ever try and put a zip into anything, if we're honest.
Well, I wouldn't be able to work with cork. I wouldn't be able to work with PU. It's just such a game changer.
It really is.
I have slight palpitations because this is the last roll.
Yeah. If anyone's got a stash somewhere, keep it quiet. Natasha will be knocking your door if she runs out in the next 2 weeks. Because any that we've bought from another source and tried out has not performed the same, which is why we will import it and take weeks, nay months for it to arrive. It is spectacular. So yes, once it arrives, everybody.
And it is on its way. Yeah, and the last couple of times that it's arrived, we've done a silly 3 for 2 on it. But to be honest, it's taken so long to get here this time.
Yeah, don't think
no, won't do that again. Right.
Because I mean, there's lots of disappointed people.
Let's just say we've put a run of tape on the top and bottom long edge, right at the edge. We've put 2 lines of tape along our thin strips of PU. Okay. Now, take this off. And what I did was I just made sure that this was level along my cutting mat. And then just fold it over, not by a huge amount, but just fold it over on itself. And you can see, let me just show you this. On here you can see that the texture change is because there's like a chevron pattern on it. And I just lined up on one of the tips of the chevron on here so that I knew where I was at. So that tip of the chevron is going along the top of there. Only I've got to actually fold one of these over, haven't I? Let's do it this end, shall we? Fold that over, and then I know that I'm running that along the top there. That just gives me a straight run of things, okay? Now, what you can do is just pop a stitch in there. Gemma, can you just message Josh for me? And just ask him if I can stop that autofocus on that camera, because it keeps zooming, it's annoying me.
Which camera?
The overhead one, because every time I stick my head in there. Right, so all you're going to do is just it's just a couple of stitches just to hold this down. And then any excess you just trim off, and that will be hidden. That is going to be hidden under your PU panel. Clever, right? So you're not going to see any of that. That's just going to be smart. Smart, Gemma. It's just going to be smart. I don't know if what I'm asking him is actually possible.
That's all right. I've just messaged.
We'll find out.
So.
We shall find out. So then remove your tape backing on the strips. would it be like to be someone that was good at technical stuff?
I don't think we're ever going to know, Natasha.
No, you could be right.
No.
I think you could be right. And you're going to stick that on top. Now, what does that look like from the other side? I love these close-up cameras. So your strip here, and the strip of your cork at the back, that is level. So then that's just going to encapsulate that. And at the other end, again, they will just be level. And then you can sew that down. You can just top stitch that in place. Whee! And that covers off that end. And I've been really careful about what zips I've chosen you for this, so that it's one that you can easily sew over. But how neat is that end part now? That's good. We've never done ends like this before, have we?
No.
Every day is a school day, and then that just allows this zip to then just run off the end there. I'm liking this, Gemma. I am liking this.
It's a great make. I love this one.
Do you know what? And it's going to look so different in all the colours. And I love that, because then if you're making multiples, and remember, if you don't want the expense of putting another fabric on here, then just don't do it. It still looks good. And if you are rummaging through your stash of cork, just enjoy it. So again, we fold it over, just fold it over on itself. Fold it over, and then place, use your mat to help line everything up, so that that chevrony bit sits on the end there, like so. And then base that end bit in place. Again, that is quite important. It does just help hold it there. I'm coming at it from a different side, and so if you are coming at it from a different side, this is where having a little pokey tool just to hold it down in place, so that you're not, you know, there we go, so that you're not hurting your fingers, is invaluable. This is why we have these things. And again, any raw edges like that, either trim off, or just, if you want to, if you've got a lighter and you feel brave enough, then just, but that's what you want. So it's just folded over, curved down, whatever, however you want to call it, and then that gets covered again with the other strip. So we're going to repeat exactly the same on the other side. So if this didn't make sense the first time that I did it, watch closely, because we're doing it again. And the only thing to watch is that you've curved the same side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are like me and you forget to curve one of the ends, it's not the end of the world. As long as you curve one of them, you are good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do I admit to this? Because I wasn't thinking this morning and I forgot to curve the first one. So all I did was just get my lighter and just scorch the end, melt the end. And because the second one is curved, that zip can't come off. It's not going to magically come off one end as long as one of the sides is done. So if you're looking at this going, that looks horrifying, I only want to do it once, just do it once, but then just finish that off with a little bit, not right on it, just near it, and it just melts and just seals it.
Nice.
Just to make that really clear before people set off fire
alarms.
Well,
yeah, huh? We do it with webbing as well. You don't get right onto it; it's just near, and it just melts those sort of nylon. It's the nylon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sort of melts and fuses. Very clever.
It is very clever. It is very clever. I didn't trust myself to do it for a very long time. But then I was like, hang on, all these other people are doing it. I am actually quite a practical human. Surely, if other people can manage this, why not me? My mum always says to me, she's like, the thing about you, she says, is that you feel the fear and you do it anyway. Yes, mother, yes I do. She's like, and that's what I call really brave. I'm like, it's not always what you've called it, but okay. There have been other things that you have described it as in the past, but I'm going to go with thanks, I'll go with brave. So if today brave looks for you like trying a new way to put in a zip, I salute you.
Oh, I've got quite a long techie message from Josh about why he doesn't think we should turn off the autofocus. So we'll leave that for after the show.
Has he said, can she just get her head out the shot?
I think that's probably where he'll be going with it, yeah.
Just get your head out the shot. Stop using it as a root cam.
Actually, no, to be fair, he's put it might be better to reposition the camera so it's slightly further forward.
He is so diplomatic. He really is. There has to be one of us.
Possible other options which involve buying more bits of technology because he's Josh.
Oh,
so yeah.
No, don't. Goodness sakes.
And bigger zooms, and then I've got a little geeky emoji at the end. Yeah.
Do you know what? Within a very short amount of time of meeting Josh, I had a technical issue at work. And I just mentioned it in passing as we were chatting one day. I mean, we're talking like weeks into we'd just met and, we'd only seen each other a couple of times. So it was, really, 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 in fact, I think we'd only actually met once. And I had a technical, and honestly, I'd only mentioned it in passing. And within half an hour, I had a full technical spec of all the different options that I could have that would solve this problem. I'm just like, wow, you're amazing. Wow. You've tried to solve a problem rather than be the problem. You're great. That's quite special. And I knew he was the one for me. Right, let's just top stitch across these little flappy short ends. I've got all the technical words for you today, haven't I?
Yep.
You know, on Facebook and TikTok where you just get the really short videos?
Yes.
They don't give you short flappy bits, do they? To top stitch across? No. They probably also don't need their own glossary. However,
no.
Of terms. However, I do, and that's fine. Gemma.
Yes.
Can you guess how quickly this is now going to be constructed?
Oh, go on. Show us how fast you can do it.
Fastest fingers first.
Yeah.
At this corner here, fold it. It is not going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to tell you that now. Before you go, but it doesn't go all the way to the top. I don't want it to. It's not going to. I don't want it to. It was designed to not go all the way to the top. It stops short. By the way, if you are edge coating and you want to edge coat these end flaps here, then you can. You can do that now, but I haven't got time to do that and let it dry.
No. Fair enough. I'll let you off.
Thanks. But if you if you want to, do so now. And just sew down there. Let's do that. Little back stitch to hold it. Can I do that geeky thing? You know when we cut the rectangles, not squares, away? Do you remember they were longer one side and shorter the other?
Yeah.
This is for why. So that it doesn't go all the way up and you're not having to sew through all of that. Because if you did, if you went all the way up there, then it's just... it would be bulky and it wouldn't sit right. What we have on here is an end that then sits in really neatly.
Nice.
So that it can close like that. And you can then cover that down like so. It's neat. It's really neat. So then again, clip it in place. And guys, this cork is seriously malleable, as is the PU. So squidge it out the way so that you can see what you're sewing and get sewing, right? I'm not sewing with a full 1/4 of an inch. I'm going in with about a generous top stitch. But look, that's one side sewn. And if you need to trim anything back, then do. That's one end done. But this is also why when you put your, you see now that you've got that sewn, that sits perfectly in there. You know when I said that this was one that I'd been putting off because I had to maths stuff. These are all the little mathsy bits that I had to maths so that it does sit nicely. Otherwise you'd be sewing over the edges and the corners and it would be creeping up the sides here, and I just didn't want that.
No.
So I've done all the mathsy hard work so that, and occasionally I even like cut it to the right size.
Nice.
Gemma, we've got one more line of stitching. Were you expecting it to come together this quickly?
No.
No. So, for those of you wondering where we're at the moment, we're here. Look, this is one end done. Nice, done. I keep seeing little threads that need snipping. And so, if you haven't done your leather edge paint, you can always do it afterwards. You just won't quite get right into that bit there, because I will obviously edge coat afterwards, but I can't do it mid show because it takes too long to dry. And then sew down there. But what you'll see is that, look, this sits absolutely beautifully square on the bottom. It's all worked out for you. All worked out for you. So that all you have to do is sit down, follow my instructions, as I occasionally do, and just sew and enjoy. Hurrah. A little forward and back to just secure that corner. Now, in the instructions, I have said edge coat, gum tragacanth, it's optional, and it really is. It just gives. So this is it without the edge coat, that's it with the edge coat. It just gives a bit of a professional finish. I've got to put another little layer on there. I didn't get time to gum, so normally I would gum tragacanth because that brings the layers and the levels up and it sort of levels it off, and then, but I didn't get time. So what I will go back, now I've got time to do it, I'll go and I'll put a layer of gum tragacanth, possibly two, and which will just layer, it'll just give me a nice rounded edge on these edges, and then I will go in with my edge coat to give it that colour. But actually, I might just use a clear one on this because I quite like the green. So this is the bones of it, and what you can do is kind of crease along here so that you get a crisper finish, almost almost like you know when you work with card.
Yeah.
And you sort of you'd use your boning tool to put a bit of a crease in. You can do that, which just helps to give it that shape, and then that is that done. And what you'll see then when we get that zip on, that this then sits really nicely into there. And that's why this edge didn't come all the way up here. That's why we cut a rectangle, not a square.
It's good when these things make sense, isn't it?
At the time, you know, you can question it, and it was.
Yeah, cool.
I did that thing where this sounds ridiculous, and I don't know where I learnt it as a thing, but when I go to sleep, I sort of go, right, I need to know this answer. And I'm now that I've done my hypnotherapy, I understand that the subconscious is amazing. And it's clearly in my sleep, my subconscious works it out, and then I wake up knowing the answer. It's really weird. It's really weird. And you might be listening going, she's crazy woman. And that's fine.
That too.
That too. But
we don't deny that, no.
I'd got so far last night when I went to bed with this make, I'd got as far as I'd put all my lining on and I'd got a big rectangle. And then I was like, I'm too scared to cut this. I don't know what I need. I haven't quite worked out in my head what I need to cut where. I just know that I need to. And I woke up knowing that I needed to just do this shorter. And exactly the dimensions that I needed it to be.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's so clever. I don't know how it works.
Thanks very much, subconscious mind.
Yeah. And then I knew that I had to, from the measurements that I'd done, I knew that I had to actually trim down my initial width of this. I had to trim that down a little bit. And it came together, beautifully. It's just clever. The mind is a very clever thing. I wish it had reminded me at the time that I did need to curl that down both ways, but it's fine. No. And if I hadn't pointed out to you, you wouldn't know either. Right, let's put this zip on, shall we? As much as normally I would use the back of the zip on the outside, you can also with these pop it so that you're inserting it onto the front. And just insert. Slightly more fiddly if you want to do it that way, but I mean, I say slightly more fiddly. It's done. And that is your zip on. Now, if you have got our zip ends, you can just pop that in a nice metal zip end. That's going to look really smart. But I wanted to sort of make a feature of it. So, what I'm going to invite you to do, that bit that you chopped off, the bit that you chopped off isn't going to be quite as long as mine, but actually quite like that. You can do it any size you like. I'm going to pop a couple of pieces of tape along here. Do you remember the bit I'm talking about? You know, at the beginning we cut our wide slice for the base.
Yeah.
You would normally take then a little strip off there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to pop that on here. And normally...
I'm loving the screen. Sorry, but I am. It keeps grinning at me on the screen.
Do you know what? It's lovely, isn't it? It's so nice.
Beautiful. So nice.
And you can make this any size you like. You know, if you want to really make a feature of it and do a much wider piece, then do. It's just that this works. So just start underneath, and I would go about halfway down. Can you see? Go about halfway down, and then just fold it across like that. And then underneath like that. If you need to just adjust it in any way, then do. And if you need to trim it so that it's all nice and even at the ends, then do. But I'm now going to sew a little square around there. I tell you what though, Gemma, they look so different, don't they?
They really do.
With just having a different coloured trim on it.
Makes such a difference, doesn't it?
It really does. And hang on. Oh no, I'll do that when I've got. So just so sorry, you're gonna have the edge of this. I'm just top stitching in a square. There you go. You can see now, can't you? Around here. So it's sealing off the end of my zip. And yes, on this bit you are going to have to scooch your pouch through. Whoop. Okay. So I've sewn around it. If you want to, by the way, you can just shorten your stitch length so it just helps you be a little bit more accurate. And if you need to just trim that so that you've got a nice straight edge at the end, then do. So that's sealed off our zip. It's given us a lovely tab that matches everything else. Now, if you want to, and again, we're talking levels on this make. If you are just starting, you might be really, really happy just to leave it like that. Looks great, right? But if you want this so that this doesn't flap and is secured down there, then get your tools out. Yay! Crafty claw hammer and your leather thingy. So just underneath where that zip finishes, that's why we didn't put the zip in all the way, but you can see your centre of this little flap here. What colour snap shall we put on here? Shall we go for bright gold? Ooh, yes, let's. And we're just going to insert our snap. How smart is this going to look? Do you know what? I love cork. Did anybody notice? I really like cork. it just opens up so many different options. And yet you still get to use your favourite fabrics if you want to interface with your favourite fabrics. Brilliant. One snap on there. And then decide, you can open this up, decide how far down you want that to go. So I want it about there. Mark that off with a pen if you can find one on your desk. Gemma, do you know what? These pens are brilliant on cork. I've got some in green. And as I've done green today, we should load them and we should put them at a really silly price for people to have, because they just work.
Brilliant. Why not then?
So we'll get those loaded as soon as we come off air, and then you're just going to pop the other half of your snap through there. And again, this is why I say when you work with cork, it is malleable, because we're going to have to get our little tool underneath and in there to sit on that bit. We are going to have to bend it out like that, and that's fine. That then sits on there. Hammer that in. And what you now have is a sealed pouch at the end there. How smart is that? I love it.
Really smart. Looks great.
It's really smart, isn't it?
Mm.
And again, if you want to, don't do all that faff of folding that zip down. Just repeat the same the other end if you want, and then you can have them down both. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's your hand. And you can do it like that if you want.
Yeah. And these kits are up. I've just realised we said we'd tell them when it was all there and ready. But yeah, these kits are up. They're loaded. The fat quarters are up there as well. The pre-cut jersey is as well. It's called Polperro Black.
Ooh, Polperro is Cornwall.
You know, it's a Polperro Black.
Nice.
But it says it's got an almost fine knit finish.
It has. It feels lovely. It feels lovely. Really nice.
So yeah, we've got those up, and they are at a really nice price.
Nice price.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice price. But yes, everything is there. And these fabric and zip kits, you are getting your PU, your cork, your zip, and your zip pull. Great kits. Love them.
I now have a question. Do we prefer the shorter version?
Stop it. This is my life, everyone. Just in case you wanted a little bit of an insight into how our days go. I know SJ sat there probably spitting her tea out at the moment.
Do you know what? It is funny, isn't it? It's less than an inch. It's less than an inch in length, and I'm looking at it going, but you know what, actually, having already had my eye on what I'm going to be putting in mine, no, yeah. I'm going to leave it at this original. I'm going to say,
that extra inch makes all the difference.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Very helpfully, our beautiful viewers have been giving us some suggestions on the song front. Ginny has provided us with a song that we didn't know. Oh, look at that.
Hang on.
Look at those.
Can we just open? Oh. Ginny's song. Yeah, go on, Ginny's song.
Yeah. So Ginny's got a song, which I'm going to have to look up. Because we're not familiar. Well, I'm not familiar with that one. By Brian Hyland.
Nope.
But yeah, there's a song about Ginny, so we'll have to find out. Oh, look at the inside of that. She looks fabulous.
Just look at that. You know how I said you don't have to. You don't have to line it. You don't. But my gosh, when you do.
However, comma. Yeah. That's an upgrade, isn't it? It's beautiful. And Julia has said, Julia says, now we will fully admit that every time I've had anything to do with your orders or had to ring you, Julia, I drive everyone mad for the rest of the day singing Julia Says.
Always.
Because I love Marty Pello.
Every single time.
I've been and seen Marty a few times now, and yeah, Yeah. I do think Julia says a lot.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is a super simple make. There was nothing that was hard there, was there?
No.
There's just not.
Oh, and Auntie Lizzie says, that's a corker.
Ah, Auntie Lizzie.
Which we love.
And if you want to, if you need to just trim off anything so that your edges are nice and even, then you can. And so if you don't want to edge coat, you don't have to.
No. Now, just to cause chaos, Sue prefers the shorter one. Might we be able to pop the measurements onto the instruction? Or will it change everything?
It's less than an inch difference. It's funny, isn't it?
You see, I would always want the longer one to allow for
everything.
A lot of my
putting everything in
quite long, but also toothbrushes and things. They're quite long. Oh, Laura Stupple says, "Tell Laura I love her."
Oh, yes.
Of course, Laura, of course.
Of course.
Oh, I'm going to pull that corker up for after the show.
There's a song that's all about Emily, and she loves it. She sits there and she goes all sort of misty-eyed whenever it comes on. She's got her own little playlist and it's in there, and she just absolutely loves it. It's funny, isn't it? Nobody ever writes a song about Natasha because it's too long. What do you rhyme Natasha with?
Do you know what? There is actually songs with Gemma in. I'm going to have a look and see. Yeah, I didn't know this. Yeah. I did not know this. How am I 45 next month and didn't know there's songs with my name? Rufus Wainwright has done one called Natasha.
Oh, really? Better look that up then.
And there is one called Natasha's Song from the movie Stardust, sung by Emily Blunt.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, take it all back.
There are simpler novelty songs.
No. That sounds more like what I'd end up with, doesn't it?
We're gonna look these up after the show and have a good old giggle about this.
I don't know how I feel about having a novelty song.
But Natasha's song is in the film Stardust. That's bound to be good.
Stardust. Have I seen the movie Stardust?
And the Rufus Wainwright song is a well-known emotional song from 2003. Oh, we'll enjoy this. Yeah, as we're working away later, we'll have these playing.
I'm just wondering. I'm just going to throw it out there. Pop it in the comments. I have a couple of these fat quarters left over in the Kaufman, left over from the Advents. Shall I pop them up? Would anybody like this one that hasn't got it? It's a bit blinking gorgeous, isn't it? It's the furs. You won't get Kaufman at this price, by the way, again.
No.
Just let us know, because I can. Oof. Oh, yesterday's pattern. What did we make yesterday, Jim? I can't remember. Oh, these. Yesterday's pattern is digital. Hooray! You were asking. Yesterday's pattern when we did this. All digital. All up in digital.
We are being asked about the pattern actually for today. Is it included in the kit? No,
not at $9.99. Come on. Most people would charge $9.99 for their patterns alone.
The instruction,
I mean, nice try. I salute you. I salute you for trying, but no.
In her defence, she's probably not looked at the kit yet, but no, the kits are your fabrics. So you get your PU, you get your cork, you get your zip, you get your zip pull. And then we are offering the instructions separately. Some people prefer to get a digital version, some a printed version. The reason that we generally keep our instructions separate is because we know a lot of you like to make prolifically. So you might want to buy several fabric and zip kits and not have to pay to have instructions in with everyone, because the alternative is that we put these kits out at, north of £15 each, and then you can't, buy them without getting the instructions in, and you end up with lots of sets of instructions, which actually from a business sense would be much better for us.
Yeah, but I just remember it.
Yeah.
I do remember it being a massive gripe amongst viewers when I was at Sewing Quarter, that they hated that they had to always buy a pattern, so they couldn't buy multiples, or they'd end up with multiple patterns, which they didn't want.
Yeah.
You only need one pattern.
Yeah.
And there's only so many times as a TV presenter they can turn around and say, oh, you could always gift it if you've got more than one. Like, I don't know how many friends you want to keep gifting patterns to with no fabric.
Yeah.
Don't know. But so that's always been my stance.
So yeah.
Is
But
that
today's kits are a good price.
they're a lovely price.
They ain't that good. They're not. We haven't totally lost our marbles and going to send ourselves bankrupt today. But yeah, those kits, beautifully priced. Instructions, very, very reasonable also. So you're still getting your kit and your instructions at a cracking value.
Cracking value. Yes.
Separately.
Yes. Yes. So there we go, everybody. That is today's make. I hope you have enjoyed the show. We will, as I work my way through our clearance, please check out our clearance pages today, tomorrow, Friday. We'll highlight in our Friday deals any that you may have missed. I love these. And yeah, there you go. That is today's make, everybody. I feel like I've done a his and hers here.
Yeah, exactly what you were saying earlier, weren't you? That it's supposed to be for Josh and you want to keep it. So there you are. Yeah. You can have the lined one with the green.
Ooh, I'm going to start gum tragacanthing all over the place.
Amazing. Sororge wins the prize for not having a song fair name.
Oh no.
Nope, that's very true. We might make one up though, just to be really annoying, SJ. You might regret saying that.
Could make one up.
Why not?
Oh, we could.
We could, just to be really annoying.
Just whilst we're chatting, I'm just going to whack a little bit of gum tragacanth just on this end. And that's just going to seal it, right? That is just going to seal it. So if you do nothing else...
Gum tragacanth doesn't have a colour, does it, Tash?
No. And you can actually, we've never stocked it, but we can. Let me know if you would like some clear edge coat. Because I can stock that as well.
Yeah. You tend to use your gum tragacanth, and then you can do both, can't you? Belt and braces.
Gum tragacanth goes on first, and that is going to level out these edges. So you can put multiple layers of the gum tragacanth on, and it's just so where there might be a little dip in here, because with leather you would burnish it and stuff, but you can't really do that with cork.
No.
So what we do is we use the gum tragacanth to create a rounded surface on which to then apply, on which to then apply our edge coat. And you might want to pop a couple of layers on, one might do it. Sometimes if you don't want, if you don't want a colour, or you just want that edge sealed so that nothing frays, then you might want to only use gum tragacanth, and that's okay too. It's entirely up to you, but just on it goes. And you can't see it, it's like, and it dries clear, but you know and I know it's on there. So it is a handy one to have. And we do stock it if you don't already have it.
Yeah, this make today, it can be as simple or as advanced as you wish, can't it?
It really can.
And you can do it unlined, you can do it with this finishing on the edge, or you can just do it with the cork and not do any of that.
Yeah, if you don't want to line it, then you don't have to finish it like this. This is the sort of the next level, and you'll get there when you get there. And the thing is, I look at some of my makes before we had the edge coat, and they're not edge coated, and you can always go in and do it.
Well, that's the other thing as well, isn't it? You've got the option to revisit it.
I've got my and then just. You can see that this was not rolling quite as well as I would like sometimes, because when I first had it I stupidly washed it, because I got a bit, if you are really careful and you don't over splodge and have to wash it, Because if you wash it, you do run the risk of it just seizing up a little bit.
I love an oversplodge. What a technical term that is.
I know, but you know exactly what I mean.
I do, absolutely.
I clean mine with baby wipes. You know, the really nasty ones that you wouldn't actually put near a child's bum because they're so full of, you know, that we used to take our makeup off with back in the day because...
And now regret.
Yeah, because it was the only thing.
Just to think about it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It takes everything off everything. When the kids go on the walls with crayons, you're like, right, get the baby wipes.
Gonna get that off.
Not those pesky water wipes that, you know, just smear things around a bit. Get the proper hardcore baby wipes on. That's what I clean mine with. That's what I clean mine with. So, and then it won't, you know, it won't seize up. I wonder actually if a little bit of machine oil might work in there just to keep it moving nicely. But that's, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Do you know? It's a thought. It's a thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are today's makes. Bye-bye.
Wonderful.
There you go. That's that.
Wonderful.
All right, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your week. I am on that there Hobbycraft on Saturday with some different panels. We will get those panels here at some point. But yeah, I will see you then. Take care, everybody. Keep warm. I'm going to go and put another layer on. And thank you very much for watching.
Oh, sorry, Flash, 2 seconds. Will you be loading the Kaufman that's in this large pouch lining?
Yeah, well, the yeah, any Kaufman I have got left, I've got. In fact, wait there. Hold that thought. I'll show you exactly the Kaufman that I've got left. I've got 3. Obviously, there's the ones that I showed you at the start of the show. And then I have got... What did I do with the other one? Just put it down somewhere. I've got the fir trees. You see, that would make a lovely lining too, actually. I've got the gorgeous... and then what did I do? I had another one. Did I? Honestly.
If Dash has it, we'll load it.
This one. This one. With all the stars and the swirly bits. I love that one. But yeah, they're the ones that went into the advent. So if you're thinking, oh, do I want an advent calendar? They look quite expensive. Well, you had scissors, you had fat quarters of Kaufman, you had half meters of Liberty, you had all sorts in there. The value is tremendous. We have sold over half of this year's advent calendars.
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Over half. Because when you start to see the goodies that are in there, and this is one of the reasons for today's make, is that you might have this and be wondering what to make with it. Well, you can make one of these.
It's way over half.
Oh, is it? How many have we got left?
Yeah. We've only got about a third left. In fact, it's exactly a third. We've sold 2/3 of our stock. I know, they've gone. So,
okay. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. I know it feels really weird in January to be selling advent calendars, but I need to know, because the reason that it is jam-packed full of beautiful, incredible things is that I sniff out deals throughout the year. And I find things throughout the year, and I need to know how many things I'm buying.
Yeah, of each. Absolutely.
And so I can't then just go and add another 20 on or 30 on, because I won't get those deals again.
And also, we have in previous years had more space, potentially, to spread out enormous amounts of boxes everywhere. It's driven everyone mad. But it's not a situation for us to carry on with. But also, we need to be sensible and just go, right, this is a very time-consuming, labour-intensive job, because it is. It's not something that makes us money. It's our way of saying thank you. So it really does need to be contained and sensible.
Do you know what I'm just looking for? I need to put handmade tag on these.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, I'm going to do that. I will see you all soon. Take care. Thank you very much for being with us this morning. And I will see you next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye. Super clear.